You are listening to the Midwest's Most Dangerous Podcast, LockPod, filmed before a live studio audience. This is Season 17, Episode 24, coming to you live from the NECA IBEW Power in Indiana Lake County studio.
The finale.
Filmed before a live studio audience. I inserted that.
I saw that. I heard that. That's a new one.
Hilarious.
I don't. Yeah,
500 episodes.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
We're still tinkering with 500 episodes.
I like your regular intro. Filmed before a live studio audience.
It'd be a live audience, not a live studio.
Correct.
Yeah,
There's
true.
no one in the
All
studio.
right, I'll take out studio.
I'm in the studio.
See, like he said, he's still tinkering.
I'm tinkering, dude. We're
He's a
still
perfectionist.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
500 episodes
I'm
in. We're still
tinkering.
fucking tinkering.
The
Still
finale.
we're still trying to make it perfect. It's like the Mona Lisa.
We've made it through.
Trying to figure out the smile.
We've made it through season 17. Well, not yet, but we're almost there.
More importantly, it's Lindsay's last episode.
Get me out
Of
of
the
here.
season.
Get me out of here.
Oh, wait.
Please.
Where's
I like to always put of the season.
Yeah, I agree. She'll be back. We'll give her 18 off. She'll be back in
My
19.
camera's not on.
Oh man, we need the pregnant Lindsay.
This
No,
is
you
the
don't.
finale.
This is
dude.
the last. This is
Yeah.
the last
I'm
filming
forgetting to turn cameras
of the
on.
pregnant Lindsay. Next time
Yeah.
you see her, she'll have a baby.
There we
Yeah.
go. No memory card.
No.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Hey, Linz.
Hey.
Hi.
Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for everything, by the way. 500. Well, half of 500 episodes.
For the first couple of seasons, I was here every episode.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. You've been
What
here.
a trooper.
So
Good
yeah.
job getting half of those.
Did you
off.
have any idea that when I asked you to help us out with this little podcast thing
I
we were
think you'd go
doing,
a
that
season and then you'd get bored personally.
500 plus,
She
baby?
was like, "This is going to be done in 2 months."
I think there's a lot of people that felt that way.
That is kind of wild. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
kind of wild. 500 plus episodes. Are we actually over 500? I looked on YouTube the other day and it numbers them sequentially.
Got to be close.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
think
gotta
we're
be-
over.
Got to be
Well, we
way.
didn't
oh,
start
got it.
putting them on YouTube either right away.
True.
So it
Oh,
doesn't have. The
I
whole
thought YouTube went all the way
discography.
back to the beginning. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure.
does.
It
We
does.
got to be
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
close, right? I don't know if we're at 500, but we got to be getting there.
I think we're
I
at
think-
like 450.
That makes
Oh,
more
really?
sense. Well, you
Yeah.
figure 17 episodes are about 25.
Kyle, the intern,
16
can
would
tell
be,
us.
16 would be 400,
Okay.
right? So
I'm going to log on, by the way. I always like to do this on the finale. See what countries are top.
we used to do that early
Listeners are
on.
from-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it was a trip. 'Cause
Brussels.
We'd be like, holy crap, people in England are listening to us, you know?
Remember how Brussels was running?
Yeah, the
Very
Midwest,
high.
Belgium.
You're right.
Belgium was our
thank you.
Belgium.
Number one
was-
rated
Belgium,
podcast in
Belgium.
Belgium,
We
right?
did that for a couple
Belgium's
seasons.
top rated podcast.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Are we still huge in Belgium?
We never got any.
427
Not
total
even
episodes.
close.
There you go.
What?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You got 3 seasons left to get.
Holy shit.
So let's
Magic
not give out
500.
false information. We're only at 400s.
My bad.
Okay.
Here's our
Okay,
Oh.
stats.
Canada. Oh, that's because we've
Canada's
got
our
our
number 2.
Canadian correspondent.
Followed closely behind by Germany.
Germany.
No, the
Let's
Belgians
go.
all moved to Germany or something.
Really? Huh.
They got
Interesting.
absorbed.
And
Oh,
we
What's
did
the what's the most random place?
Yeah,
be
add
done.
to the
Oh,
list.
Lithuania.
Down here.
Let's see.
Lithuania.
Singapore.
Singapore. What?
Yeah,
And
See,
the
like-
DR, man.
So how does that happen? So like one of our
I think
fans
that's
is obviously
no. I think it's Dr. Mike, guys. He's
Yeah,
just
Dr.
going
Mike
around
has a
lot of
and
that.
he's
You're right.
listening to-
You're right.
It's so
It is
true.
Dr. Michael.
He travels a lot. He listens to our
He
show.
just goes over to China and downloads an episode, right?
I think
Yeah.
Spain must have been when I was over there listening or
Okay.
doing something. Or
So it's actually coming from inside the house.
it could be. It could be more. We have fans, guys.
that's
It's not
right.
like-
Why
you're
am
like,
I
oh,
discounting?
that's
Like,
all
that's
Dr.
me.
Mike.
That's Dr. Mike.
It's like every freaking listen accounted for is within his studio.
There's
Come
Iraq.
on.
There was one download from Iraq.
Get the fuck out
And
of here.
Ukraine.
Iraq, man.
One from
Oh,
Ukraine.
that's for it.
That was
That
it.
is for it. Yeah.
Kenya, Chile.
Hey, do
Yeah.
me a favor, Lock Powders. When you travel to strange places, download a couple episodes as soon as you get there. Okay, like
Definitely.
if you're in
please.
China, download an episode. You know
China
what I'm
is
saying?
zero.
China's 0.
Do your duty for
Come
us.
on,
We
China.
have nothing in China.
The People's
Nothing.
It's the
Republic
most
of
popular.
China does
So,
not like us.
Lock Potters, when you're in China, I want you to download a couple episodes. Like, help us out here. Stop
Yeah.
being selfish.
I want to see like some of
How
the.
many of our followers are going to China?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
We
I
got
want
a
to see
couple.
like Liechtenstein or Andorra or something. You know.
Something really
We have-
Madagascar.
we don't have a lot in
Yes.
South America either. So, like, I know there's
I don't think
people-
we've seen one.
We
I
have
know.
Peru.
No,
What's
there's
up, Justin?
No. We
What?
Peru is on there in Chile.
Chile.
Thank you.
Argentina.
What is-
Colombia.
All right,
Colombia.
all right.
That's Moed.
Australia's on there.
Isn't Moed go to Colombia?
Yes, he
no,
does.
it's Africa that I
Moed.
want more from.
Download more episodes in South America, Moed. We need to get some more representation.
Even
on that.
Australia's got us.
Yeah,
you know, I'm
15.
surprised with how much we talk about Greenland. We've got none.
What the fuck?
True.
Well, there's not a lot of people there, at least. You know, maybe they're just tired.
Okay,
and-
Go to
Greenland.
Greenland.
When you go to Greenland, download an episode.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, I want to say thanks to the sponsors.
Yes.
Some of them have been with us from the very beginning, like Power in Indiana Lake County from season 1, Misprint from season 1, Customer Insurance Agency from season 1. Tortillas Nuevo Leon from season 1. Did MCR Partners been here all the way?
Real close. I mean, they
I
had to be
agree.
way
I
back.
agree. MCR Partners, I'm going to say it. Season 1.
He's not been here from season 1 because he created the business, I think, around season 2 or 3.
Oh,
you're right, Lindsay.
All right.
But he's been
You're
here
right,
since he
Lindsay.
started
Early
his
on.
company.
You're right.
Agree.
Byway Brewing.
Right from very close
I'm
to
going
the
to say
beginning.
season 1, man.
Yeah.
They've been with us so long. Cantrell and Cantrell. Pretty much.
Yeah,
Not
pretty,
season
wait,
1.
not season 1, but back.
By the way,
back a ways.
I apologize to Johnny Law. Did you see that?
No.
Because I was
Yeah.
talking to John last week.
Oh yeah, and you know when
What
you
is
it?
when
That
you
was my
did
fault.
that, he actually mentioned to me
Dude.
Saturday,
That's my
and I
fault.
forgot.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
So
What
like
did
I
you forget?
because
He was gonna come
it was
on.
the last episode, and I was like, man, you should come in and just say goodbye to the season, And John's like, I will absolutely do that. And this
Damn.
was like last week, right? And then I just brain farted it. So much stuff
Well-
happened, and then you and I put the show together
Yep.
last night. And then John texted us at like 10 o'clock last night. Hey, am I coming on tomorrow? I'm like,
When you
"Oh."
texted him, I forgot. I had
forgot
forgotten too.
I'm
so
sorry,
Johnny.
Law. Yeah, we'll get you back.
But thank you for your sponsorship.
Johnny Law is our most common guest, so it's not
Agreed.
like we should. And by the way, he always is in the court and at the jail every day.
Every day, we know
So
that.
like, it's not like
he gets
didn't
double
have one.
ads. He gets on, and we do his ad.
Right, right. So Johnny Law is in court. He decided to, instead of being a little later than normal, he's on time.
He's
so
on time for his clients.
Branding Room Floor. That's one of our
One of our
newer
newer
sponsors.
ones, but one of our, like obviously awesome business, and they're doing great over there. Cynthia's doing awesome,
And Cal Brewing. They've been with us since the beginning.
long time.
Since towards the beginning. So
So thank you to our newer and old
we
school
appreciate
sponsors.
you. Hopefully we don't lose any, but if we do, I appreciate what you've done for us.
219 Development.
Because
Power
sometimes,
Construction.
209 Development, Bauer Construction, thank you to them as well. We have their sign in here. And I don't know, it's hard to keep your sponsors year to year. It's hard because sometimes you rub them the wrong way.
That, or I
Because
think
we talk
sometimes
about a
it's
lot of shit
seasonal,
here.
like for example, like the bug guy comes in the spring, but
Yeah?
he's not in the fall.
Oh, good.
So, we
So
assume
we're
that-
gonna start-
I assume that they'll be back now that we
No pressure.
no pressure on the bug
Bug
guy.
guys.
Oh,
Whatever.
bug guys,
if you
no
don't come
pressure.
back, you don't love us. That's cool. I mean,
We
what can
called
you do?
them.
I'll still
We're
have you
using
come to
them.
my house though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so this
Please-
is our last episode. This is Lindsay's last episode. I hope it's not her last episode.
The pregnant
but
Lindsay's last
She's
episode.
definitely we're gonna give her leave so she can go off and have her baby.
I'm gonna be a mom. I'm
Yeah. I
gonna
know.
be
More
taking
importantly-
care of a child. I don't know if I can come in.
I talked to HR, Lockpod HR, and they said
It's okay to bring the baby in.
Kevin with
Yeah.
a mustache on.
Yeah.
It's
Kevin with the
ChatGPT.
mustache.
That's what it is.
Kevin with his mustache.
The baby may come into the studio. That's the decision.
Yeah, you guys provide childcare.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Just put him in the
Oh my
copy room.
gosh. Yeah, exactly. Just put him in the kitchen.
Dude, there's babies don't get in any problem.
And
Like,
not-
what
not
is
at
the
all,
baby
not
gonna
that
do?
young.
What's the baby gonna crawl? Come on,
No.
it's not gonna happen.
It's gonna sit in the car seat. If it
Yes.
cries, someone will pick him up.
Yes, you got all
fine.
kinds of people at work here.
That's right.
It'll be
Baby's
like
hungry. I'll just pop out my boob. And
Awesome.
No.
John, can we get
There's
that?
a segment-
Say my name.
Because you're sitting next to her.
It's now the breastfeeding cam is what it is.
Lindsay would love. Oh, that's right. I'm
So
sure she's
gross.
gonna love that.
so gross.
I can't
medium
wait for
quality.
this though. I can't wait to see Lindsay as a mom. She's gonna be a great mom.
I can't wait either. It's
Yeah.
hey, over the weekend I did it. Shamrock
Got
Shuffle,
the shirt on to prove it.
dude. I didn't even.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. I got signed up by my wife, and at the time, it sounded like a great idea.
It's like the country's biggest 8K, right, or something like that.
I think so. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people. I got a picture in there. I think they said 30,000 people were running. And
30,000.
So like,
gosh, that's monstrous.
Saturday night
Look at
in
that
Chicago.
sea of green.
Holy crap.
and I'm late, dude. I was in
Is
G.
Was that hat a giveaway? Like part
Yeah,
of your?
yeah,
part of
and
your,
it was badly
that's
needed.
Nice.
I like looking at the strangers in your pictures.
They're all like, stop taking a picture of me. But it was 75 degrees Saturday night in Chicago. And we were just walking around
Didn't
with
need
no
the hat
jacket.
then.
Dude, it was beautiful. And then everybody knew it was going to get colder, but I had no idea it was going to get that
Yeah,
much
because
colder.
the wind came in
It
and just
was
like
brutal.
Dude.
cleared out all that heat.
It was like 30 degrees or less wind chill factor when we woke up, and it was just blowing. And when we first got outside, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this, Marissa."
What's,
like, it's too goddamn cold. I was, dude. I was
Going
like,
back to bed.
I was actually like a little angry. I was
That's
like, "What
so
the fuck
you.
are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
it's freaking freezing
I
right now."
can hear you saying that.
I was not happy. Marissa
too.
thought for sure I was bailing because I was like, "What the fuck are
What's
we doing?"
start time for G?
We had to be there at 9.
Okay.
It's not that
I
bad.
feel like the Shamrock Shuffle's always a little
Whoa.
frigid.
It is. It's always cold, but like
So
it's
why
not
weren't
like
you prepared?
Is that
I
Chase
was
back
prepared.
there?
You have to
You
run.
were just like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not doing this.
No, but you have to run 5 miles. So like you have to be light enough to run 5 miles, but heavy enough not to get too cold. Right? It's a fine line because a lot of people buy coats that they could just ditch.
Wait, John, could you back up a shot to that other
this?
one with John?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's really cool.
How often you get a picture at the bean with not one person in the entire picture? That's like Marissa and I.
That's shocking.
That's 'cause
There's
it
not
was
a
so
person.
early
Time is
in the
that?
morning.
It was fucking freezing. That's why nobody wanted to be
Chicago's
out.
cold though. I mean,
It was cold, and
early.
it was 9 in the morning and just frozen.
at 9 in the morning.
I was
I'm
like,
actually
Marissa,
shocked.
let's take it because we're not tourists in Chicago. We've been there a million times, but I was like, we got to take a picture at the bean because there's like nobody there.
That's crazy.
I
I've
know.
never seen that.
I know. Isn't that cool?
And it's daylight. Like you know what I mean?
Isn't that
Like,
cool?
It's really cool.
I know.
Wow.
It's like a very cool picture.
So you ran. Wait, let's see. Wait, there was. I thought there was a
That's
picture.
the hotel room. We stayed at right there on the river. It was nice.
Oh, I thought it was your dirty shoe.
No, it was my
It's
dirty
a
shoe.
dirty
Thanks for the
freaking-
you
But like
sharing
I had
picture
to,
of
no,
your
like it
shoe.
was a nice hotel room. We got right on the river, and
Nice.
so it was like a decent little walk. Not even a hard walk to the race. I was trying to put us in a good position.
There's the crew.
Yeah, that's the crew we
Chase.
ran with. Chase ran like a freaking gazelle, dude.
Wow.
Chase told me he beat everybody.
Oh yeah, he beat us.
Well, he's
but-
got long legs.
a
yeah.
runner?
When you're 32 as a man, it's probably as strong as you'll ever be in your entire life.
I think
Honestly,
20s.
really, I don't
Chase,
know. I felt like when I was Chase's age, I felt strong and energetic. Like
Yeah.
you could run,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and you're physically just strong.
Chase took the bib from our aunt who didn't come in to
Yeah,
participate.
Yeah.
So he
Oh.
technically competed in the women's
As Trish?
competition.
yeah, he won. that would be
Way to
funny.
go.
He was
Way to
like
go.
900
He like goes up there with a beard.
900 out
medal.
of 2,500 women.
I identify as a woman.
All right.
Cool.
Congratulations.
But like Chase
Chase.
ran
He
a-
did that day.
He ran a 43, dude.
Nice, Chase.
Yeah, he was fast.
Freaking 5 miles in 43 minutes, man.
A
That's
9
outstanding.
9-minute,
Dang.
22-second
That is
mile.
fast.
That's
on
under.
average.
Fast. That's
That's
under
under
9.
that.
Yeah, it was an 8 and something.
What's this?
This is funny. So Marissa was like, Marissa's faster than me. Let's just start off the story that way, okay?
Well, she's teeny tiny. She's aerodynamic.
And she runs a lot. So like she could run. I mean, Marissa could probably done that in 9-minute miles in that ballpark, right? So she didn't want to hurt herself, and then she just she's never done this before. She just like slowed down and ran with me,
Oh,
and we were like,
wait.
running.
She's done the Shamrock Shuffle before.
She's
But
never
she's
slowed
never
down
slowed
and
down
run
and
with
stayed
me
I
with-
got you.
because
Okay,
I
got
run at a different pace. I'm
Of course, we both
much
do.
heavier and bigger, and so I'm more
Older.
like on a 5-mile race. I'm over 11-minute miles, so I'm just like I'm not trying to win. I want to finish without stopping. That's my goal.
Like,
Okay?
yep, always a good.
And
goal.
I did, by the way. I finished
Nice.
without stopping. But so I started off like slow paces, and then I didn't know Marissa was staying with me. And then I had headphones in, and I noticed we were together. And then after about 2 miles, I was like, oh, she must be hanging with me, right? So we just like run together the whole race. And then this is funny. So we get towards the end, and I was strong as hell at the end because I paced it perfectly. So
And running
like-
with someone can be good and bad, right? Because it's good because it's fun to have company. Kind of tough sometimes that, like I know Jana will never. Well, first of all, she's 10 times faster
Yeah,
than me.
right.
Secondly, she just gets aggravated over time of going that slow. And
Right.
she doesn't like to really.
That's how-
She doesn't like to run with anybody.
I was
She just
surprised. I
goes.
was surprised Marissa ran with me. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a dick by saying it, but
No, I
usually when we
agree.
get into a race, we find each other at the end, right?
Yeah.
So this one, she like intentionally like slows down
That was
and
nice
runs
of
with
her.
me. Yeah, and we weren't talking or anything. We were just running in the same vicinity, basically, because
love,
I have
man.
headphones in, right, and I'm jamming out, right. So we get towards the end. This is funny. And then we're going up the hill, and then you
Yes.
turn. You're on Columbus Drive. You turn towards
like
and it's
Roosevelt to Columbus.
It's like 0.3 away, and you could see the finish line.
Mhm.
And Marissa decides she's going to tape this, right? So she busts out her phone, and she's like doing finish the Shamrock Shuffle.
I mean, like
Here's my
live.
husband. It wasn't live, but
Okay.
she taped it, and she ends up posting
Okay.
it. Oh, this is Tom. And I'm like, hey. And I couldn't hear her because I had my headphones in. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking dust her at the very end of the race.
Oh my god, it's so
asshole.
mean.
So I fucking go sprinting, dude. We were like 0.3 away. And I could see her like,
my-
what are you fucking doing? And I'm just like
That is
sprinting.
so
and Marissa's
mean.
like, you asshole. Like, I ran with you
I'm
the
with
whole
Marissa
So
on
she
this.
starts running after me, and we're both just sprinting at the end of the race.
So wait, this is the finish?
Yeah, it's a finish.
You're ahead of her?
Yeah. And she's like, I can't
Oh.
believe you did that to me at the end. I'm like, oh, I beat you. I mean, what could you say? Don't be upset about it, right? And she's like, you didn't didn't beat me. I ran with you the whole race. I'm like, Marissa, just look at the facts.
Scoreboard. You should say the scoreboard.
Look at the facts.
Scoreboard.
I beat you by like 2 seconds. What can I say?
That was a dick move.
And for eternity, that'll be the statistics.
That's in 2026.
The official.
I beat Marissa McDermott.
You're right.
In the
You're right.
Shamrock Shuffle.
The official.
It was a
record
sprint at the end, and I beat her. So yeah,
the official record of the Shamrock Shuffle.
That's how the
show
facts
you
will go
beat
down
Marissa
in
McDermott.
history. Yeah, in history.
In 50 years from now,
it'll be remembered all times that I beat her.
When your great grandkids are watching,
I'll be talking about it.
Let's see what happened.
26. I turned the corner and dusted Grandma.
Grandpa beat Grandma that year.
Yeah.
Marissa's in chat.
And next year she's gonna kick your ass.
Oh yeah.
Marissa
If you think Marissa's running with you next year, there's not a chance.
It was nice. It was nice running with her, and she could have easily dusted me. And
Wow.
I was being a dick at the end. I thought it was funny though.
I could totally see Tom doing that.
I keep
too.
it spicy, just doing shit like that,
That's
just
right.
random
annoying things.
random annoying things. Yeah,
There's the show title.
random annoying.
Random
things.
annoying-
I
There
love
you
that.
go.
That's a perfect way to end the season.
I agree.
No, we
It's
need
like
something more explicit.
That's our
Yeah,
that
go
that
fuck
describes
yourself,
that describes our show.
What do we want to leave up on our wall for a month? Go fuck yourself.
How about
Yeah,
that happened?
that happened.
How about breastfeed cam?
Breastfeed cam.
That'll get everybody breastfeeding cam. That'll keep people
Yummy.
excited.
Yeah.
All right,
So anyway,
we go there.
Shamrock Shuffle. It was cold. It's cold again in the region. It was freaking 70.
Congratulations, though.
Oh, thanks.
That is no
Not even
easy
sore.
feat for not being
Not even sore.
ready and in shape.
I probably
That's
ran
great.
too slow actually
That's
because
awesome.
I was super.
You got to keep some in the
paranoid.
tank if you're going to sprint on Marissa.
I was running 11:30s at the beginning, and I knew if I keep this up, I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got towards the end, I was like, dude, I'm totally fine. I passed the 5K mark, and I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna finish this
That's
race.
great.
Yeah. So I wanted to finish under an hour, and I did. So happy Tom.
Mhm.
I'm ready for
Congrats.
tries.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got all 3 legs.
Got your 5 mile in.
I could do all 3 legs though. I could do 6-mile run. I could do the swim, of course. I could do the bike. So
Off you go.
I just got to start
Before you
stringing them
know.
together.
It'll be try time.
Yep. Try time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is interesting. I found an article in the Indiana Business Journal over the weekend. And yes, I do read the Indiana Business Journal, and I take it to LockPod. This is a good one. And I think it's something that's interesting. And I think this is something we've talked about this before, John. It's about tolling in Indiana.
Oh, we've talked about it this season.
Yeah, and how we've talked about how I think it's the dumbest thing that the
Politically
city,
or fiscally?
politically.
I think it. Yeah,
It's the dumbest
both,
thing
I
a
think,
politician could do in Indiana. And fiscally, I get what they're saying. Okay, I understand what they're saying, but I think that the Governor Braun and the supermajority, if they do this, and it seems like they're going to pay the prices in the voting booths. I really feel that way because this is something they did it to Northern Indiana when they took I-90 and they made it a toll road and they sold it to the Australians.
So I-90 always was a toll road, and like
Right,
you
well,
were saying, like Daniels sold it.
They sold
Basically,
it.
it's like and
That's what they're
built I-69.
That's what they're going
with
to
the
do.
money.
That's what they're going to do with I-70. You watch. So anyway, let's go through this real quick. And
Now let's remind people where I-70 rolls.
I-70 is basically on the west, it's Terre Haute, and on the east, it's Richmond, heading over to like Dayton in that area, Cincinnati, a little north of Cincinnati. Okay, that was me.
Goes west to east, east to west.
I think it ends up in
across
Columbus.
Indiana.
It definitely ends up in Columbus. I know.
Well,
that.
yeah, but that's all
Yeah.
the way in Ohio. Where
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying where it hits the border, it's towards Dayton, north of Cincinnati, and on the west, it's Terre Haute. And it
Okay,
goes
I
right
didn't know
through
that.
It goes right through Indianapolis. Okay, so it's basically the center of our state. If you so. Governor Mike Braun's administration is pushing a plan to toll I-70 across the state of Indiana, which is about 156 miles, with drivers paying roughly $15.60 to make the full trip across the state.
That is a lot, man.
That's for a car.
That's a lot of money to charge people to come
For a
through
freeway,
Indiana.
for a highway that's been part of the free interstate system since Eisenhower.
Why are they going to do this? Because the state of Indiana wants to fund a massive $6.5 billion highway expansion, widening I-70 to 6 lanes across Indiana.
So let me ask you, Tom, how if you're in government and you're not tolling, how does government pay? You generally pay for? How would they generally pay for
we
that?
have a gas tax. Okay,
One of
And
the highest.
One of the problems with the gas tax is because it doesn't hit electric vehicles because you don't
Okay.
use gas. So that's one of the problems. Hybrid vehicles are stretching the tax
life of your tank.
Yeah,
Fair.
if you have a hybrid vehicle, you're getting 40-something miles a gallon. You don't have to fill up as often, but you're still on the road every day.
How about this?
Feeding up our streets.
As gas goes up, the tax goes up.
I have
Right,
to interject
true.
here because
Sure.
I know about registration with electric vehicles.
Okay.
In Indiana, you're charged $100 a year just
Right.
for having an electric vehicle.
Right,
Wow.
because
Make
they
up
did
for
that.
Stupid.
They did that to make up for
Right.
the fact
A
that
loss
you're
of
not paying.
gas.
Right.
Wow. All right, so
But,
they're
We
getting that
don't
revenue.
care about the
but if you
environment.
do the math, the electric vehicles are still getting a much better
Still,
deal.
okay.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay, but so anyway, so we've hit the state. So if you believe what they're telling us, which of course they're telling us the truth, I guess, they want to use the money that we're going to get from these tolls to fund a $6.5 billion I-70 expansion, widening it to 6 lanes across Indiana. Tolls wouldn't start until around 2029, and the construction would stretch over nearly a decade.
Wow.
And by the way, tolls don't start until 2029,
That's
which
an interesting year.
I have a
2029.
Really good,
Hold on. The reason 2029 is an important date is it's a year after the governor and the supermajority go to the polls. So basically, you wouldn't be pissed off about your tolls when you're voting for them in this 2028 election, and then January 1st you start paying tolls. Sorry, Lindsay.
Thanks for
No, it's
electing
fine.
us.
I thought you were done. I have a really good alternative on a way to get money to fund this highway
I'm ready.
without charging tolls.
Mm.
Legalize marijuana.
Oh, that's great.
I feel like our state is losing like millions of
They
dollars
are.
every week because
This is
people are going to all the surrounding states to get weed.
And this is billions of dollars.
Braun just
Billions.
signaled that recently.
I
Yeah.
don't believe any of that.
He just
I
did it.
know.
I don't.
Yeah.
He
I'll
said
believe it when I
basically
see
you have
it.
to have your head in the sand if you don't think you're going to have to do it eventually. But
Yeah.
Marijuana or
Marijuana.
Oh, did he?
yeah,
Oh,
he did say
Or
that.
at least
But
consider
that
it,
would be
right?
like a pretty efficient, source of income for the state, and we continue.
But you
say
would
no
you
to
want to
it.
dump it into a street though? I would want to dump that into
I
schools.
feel like they would have enough to put it into a
I'm not
toll
sure.
if they, or into
You know
a
how much
highway
streets-
or.
streets are so
I
expensive.
wouldn't be
things.
near it.
I mean, I prefer if that money went towards education. Personally,
I would too.
Mm.
Passenger vehicles
Agree.
would pay about 10 cents per mile, while truckers could get hit much harder, up to $84
Whoa.
for the full stretch. so truckers
Just the price of goods goes up, you know,
Right.
because we're getting told. Do you think that's
to
not
drive
getting
across
passed on to
Indiana,
us?
we pay $15 in our car. The truckers are going to pay $85.
It's just going to get passed on to the consumer. It's
crap.
going to add to the price of goods.
So this is what the state of Indiana is saying. All right, they're saying gas tax revenue is flat, which is true. Federal funding is not growing, which is true. And without tolling, Indiana claims these kind of large scale infrastructure projects don't happen.
So the argument you're going to hear right from them is that, these are people that they're not residents, they're not citizens, they just pass through. Let's
Right.
get them while they're in Indiana.
Right.
Let's get their money.
Right.
But
That's exactly what they're saying.
But the problem is
How
that
much does it cost to drive across Ohio? It's a lot. It's expensive.
Yeah, if you're on the toll road, right? Yeah, but the Ohio toll road's always been
But
there.
that's what he's saying. He's going to make this a toll road, and basically, if you're driving it and you're using it, you're going to pay for the upgrades that are needed to make it a toll road.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they're just making another Indiana toll road. It's
Slippery
crazy
slope.
Exactly. What road's going to be
next?
free? US 30.
Well, check this out.
I-65 is coming. Get
Well,
ready.
no, I think it's I-80-94 that's coming down.
Oh my!
Oh my God.
Do you see what they're doing right now, guys?
So
this
what am
is
I-
why it's important, region. They're doing something called the Flex Road right now, and what the Flex Road is, it's installing like information signs above each lane frequently. Like every half a mile, you're going to go under a digital board that says, "Hey, there's a wreck up here." Every lane is going to have that for like all the way through the entire stretch of the region.
You mean left to right on the?
It's going to say like big red X, don't use this lane, and then you're not going to use those lanes because the lanes are coming.
I wonder if
against
it's going
you,
to
right?
open the shoulder once in a while.
But yes, they are.
Oh,
but
jeez.
why I'm saying this in the tolling context is if you have this infrastructure built where you could have like signs that you're driving underneath, you could easily pop a toll
point.
transporter on there. You already got the signs
Transponder.
built, the toll transponder.
Yeah. Wow.
You just pop it on there and make it a toll road. I'm telling you guys, this isn't going to stop with I-70. That's the thing.
No,
is
it's
like
not.
we're going to be paying to use every highway.
So you're saying when I get on Calumet Avenue and decide, like, you know what, I'm just going to take the highway to get to the wheel, or I'm going to take the highway to get
Yes.
to Byway,
Right.
or
You're
go
gonna
play pickleball.
You're going to pay a toll.
Come
There
on.
has
Or you're
to
going to
be
have to use Ridge Road.
exceptions.
No, there will not be. There
So
will
that
not be.
basically
Dude,
means
that
our
would be
local
crazy.
roads are going to get
10
pounded.
years. Okay, fast forward 10 years. Guarantee you that's what's going on.
So our
10 years
local
from
roads
now.
are going to get pounded. Everyone's going
Yes,
to.
right. The local roads are going to get pounded because you'll have to drive on the free streets. It's sort of
Yeah.
like, how often do you use the Skyway right now? How often do
I
you
do.
use? I use it when I need to, but I'm always looking at the free streets first.
My preference is not to take the Dan Ryan and what I believe is the most dangerous stretch of highway in America, the Bishop Ford Expressway.
Yeah. Bishop Ford's going to be under
Seriously.
construction. They're starting today.
Good. That
Under
needs
construction for like the next couple of years.
Good.
Yeah.
That needs it.
Didn't Andrade put in like a propose like a exception for
Yes.
people who live in Lake and Porter counties?
No, he put an exception in for 8094.
For 8094,
And
right?
it got defeated. Never,
Oh, it did?
Oh, yeah, the amendment got defeated.
I'm telling you guys, this is where we're headed as a state. I'm not saying I don't love it. Okay? I don't love it.
I don't like it one bit.
I understand what the state's saying. They're saying, how are we going to do these projects with no federal funding? How are we going to do these projects with the gas tax that it's not working because people are driving electric cars and they're still not getting what they owe, and they're driving hybrids now and they don't fill up as much. And basically with this dwindling tax, and they're unwilling to do what it takes to fund government properly. They're like, the only way to do this is to privatize it.
I just think it's crazy. Like you have,
I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just saying that's what the government's saying.
It's just interesting. Like, I mean, the taxing entity is the government, the state government of Indiana, which you would think would be low tax or no tax or conservative on taxes. But
who says we need a 6-lane? Like, I've never been. I don't think I've ever been on I-70.
I have.
Does it need to be?
not many times.
I-70, I thought it was. I
I
was
think
on
it's
the stretch.
nice.
I was on the stretch from Indy to Cincinnati, and
I've been that way too.
Right.
I haven't been the other way.
And then, so I'm just going to add this just to piss you off one last time. So this is what they're going to do. Okay,
The finale.
Once they establish the tolls, so they set the tolls. It's $15.60 for us. It's $84. And once those toll rates are established, they do it for every year for the next like 50 years, right? And they're like, this is what the toll is going to be over the next 50 years. And then what they do is they package this up into a security and they sell it.
Yeah.
And they're going to sell it to like Australia or Spain, or like they did with the Indiana Toll Road, and they're going to get like $10 billion or more. And they're going to take that $10 billion, they're going to throw it in Indiana General Fund, and Governor Brand is going to go on a spending spree because he has to get reelected at this point, and he's going to start doing all kinds of projects. This is what Mitch Daniels did with major
I-90,
moves,
yeah.
and I think that's exactly what the governor's looking at.
Kind of use that playbook.
He wants to get $10 billion in the bank account. He wants to go out and do a bunch of high priority projects and try to get them done before 2028 when he runs for re-election.
Interesting. So you think they'll actually sell I-70?
Absolutely. We're going to have Spain and Australia owns Indiana Toll Road up to the north. It'll be some other country that buys the I-70 toll road.
All right.
And then eventually 8094 will get sold.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, we're going to be like driving on roads owned by foreign countries before you know it. You watch. That's what they're going to do with I-70. Once they set the tolls, we're not going to own that. We're not going to run the toll road. They didn't want to run the Indiana toll road, so why would they run the I-70 toll road? They're going to sell that shit.
Wow.
And when they sell it, we're going to be driving on Spain's I-70 highway. You watch.
There you have it.
I thought we can't
Foreign
work with
investment.
Spain anymore because
Yeah,
they were
that's
against
right.
the Iraq war.
That's right.
But they could buy our toll road.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Anyway, there you go.
Thank
So
you.
let's go ahead and we got Straight Talk with Corinne, last one of the season. So we appreciate her coming on. This is her first season with us. I think she did a great job. It's always nice hearing her perspective on
we need
Tuesday.
her. We need her back.
So let's go ahead and do some ads. And when we come back, we're going to have Corinne on for some Straight Talk. Let's start off with Powering Indiana Lake County, our premier and studio sponsor. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
Gonna make the pregnant lady read all the booze once, huh? Okay.
I'm going to get you missing your beer.
Calumet Brewing, raise a bud and celebrate. For 150 years, Budweiser has been farmed, brewed, bottled, and enjoyed across America. Thanks to hardworking Americans and the highest quality American farmed ingredients, we're not just made in America, we are made of America. Budweiser is also the official beer of the Chicago Cubs and will be celebrating alongside their 150th anniversary this season. Go Cubs, go! Enjoy beers and cheers to 150 years responsibly.
For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Preston Ray Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. Hablamos Español.
Byway Brewing. Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and an outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offers a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their amazing food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit, let them show you that customer service is their top priority. Check out more at bywaybrewing.beer. Thanks to our sponsors.
Cleaner Studio sponsor, Power in Indiana Lake County.
I was looking at Corinne's notes, and the top note. Hey, Corinne, how's it going? How's that?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yes.
Good morning.
Sorry, I thought I was muted and I wasn't.
No,
I
the first line
talked.
I see is she's talking about President Adams. The first line I see is
The whiny.
last time we talked, President Adams was being a real petty bitch. So
That's why she fits right in.
I think that's pretty much the sum up of our last conversation.
I totally-
John Adams is a petty bitch.
yes, and by the way, somebody got a hold of me because I was bashing on Adams last show when Corinne started this story. I forgot who it was. It was Adams' lover. They're like, I love President. Yeah.
And by the way, I got several people said to me that we loved the history lesson.
Yeah.
So, good
Oh,
job.
that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Lot
my
of-
favorite.
got
I
some
love
compliments.
historical context.
I'm the same way.
I
Hey, but
think it's
before we jump
critical.
into our history lesson, did you hear the last bit we did on I-70?
Sure
Corinne?
did. Did you hear me screaming at my computer like I'm
I
watching
know.
football?
I thought
No?
I didn't know what that was. So,
Oh yeah, it was just like you're like, God, this is like a fly buzzing in the studio.
So
Yeah.
first off, two questions for you, Corinne. Do you think they're going to toll I-70, A? And B, if they do toll I-70, do you think they're going to sell it like they did to I-90?
Yes and yes.
I agree with you on both of them.
And which is why I added when you put in the notes too, like we may ask you about I-70 when you come on, and I'm like, oh, I got some thoughts, because this is where I go. This is where I go back to my whole return on investment as a taxpayer, and I don't honestly think this is a partisan issue. Of course, politically people are split about whether lower taxes are better, higher taxes are better, yada yada. That's a debate that we can have. What we cannot debate, however, what has been proven over the last several decades is tax cuts for the very wealthy are fucking over the rest of us. And in the last 25, 26 years, our GDP has gone up nearly 60%. Oh, that 60%, it hasn't gone up 60%, it's gone up way more than that. But 60% of that increase is directly related to the Bush tax cuts that began in 2003. That Obama made permanent. So this is a both party fuck up here. But we have to look realistically at where our tax dollars are going. And us as regular people are paying so much of our money for corporate subsidies, corporate welfare, if you want to call it that. And when the federal government is saying we're not funding infrastructure anymore, I say, well, where the hell is my money going? Because you can tell me all
Foreign
day
wars.
long. 100%. Foreign wars. Let's keep funding foreign wars. Let's keep funding corporate subsidies. Let's keep making sure that the owners and stockholders of Walmart get pretty dividends every single time while their employees are on Medicaid and food stamps because they can't afford to live. So that's what we have said. That's what we have said as the United States. Those are our values. We value more money in the pockets of wealthy people because it is honestly a psychological sickness. Like I picture like the Elon Musks and the Bezos, like what's the evil guy, Scrooge McDuck, like he's just like sitting, they're just like sitting on their big piles of gold and they're like, I won. And then we're like, okay, and then what? And then what happens? Good job. You won capitalism. We're really proud of you. And then what happens? Because the fact that we are even having to consider tolling, the fact that our Republican Party, you want to talk about, fuck, Mike Braun, your head is in the sand, dude, because you are the one that is a member of the party that is pretending that we have no idea why we're not getting federal funding. We have no idea why we can't afford for infrastructure projects. You know darn well why we can't afford it. It's because of the administration and the philosophy you are supporting that is driven by extreme conservative policies that only benefit the top 3 to 5% of people in the United States.
I'd say even 1%. Who knows?
Yeah, 1%. It's such a disingenuous argument to me. And this stuff is really not complicated. I mean, go back in history. I talk about this all the time. 1928, the U.S. hit the record for the most wealth concentrated at the top 1%. It was like 24%. By the 1970s, the top 1% had 8% of the wealth. That did not happen by accident. That happened because of policies after the Great Depression, the New Deal, World War II, etc. It was not an accident. In the 1970s, was there some shit that was going wrong? Of course. But were there still really, really rich people? Yes. People still got rich in the 1970s. Fast forward to 2022, we broke our 1920s record. In 2022, I'm sure it's higher now, but the wealthiest 1% own 28% of the wealth. So we are going in the opposite direction, and everyone just wants to pretend like, oh gosh, we just don't know how this is happening. We know exactly how it's happening. Mike Braun, as a multi-millionaire, knows exactly what is happening. He is an extremely wealthy man. He is benefiting from all of these policies, and that really explains his party switch to me back in 2012 when he all of a sudden became I'm a Republican now. He was a Democrat for his entire life. And
I did not know that. Holy cow.
Yes. 2012,
Wow.
he switched to the Republican Party, and he claims that it was more aligned with his values. But it was a direct response to Obama's presidency because he's a Southern Indiana guy, and they were real pissed about having a black dude in the White House. So that was kind of how he started his state house run, then his Senate run, et cetera, was becoming a Republican.
So basically, you did have pretty strong feelings on that I-70.
Do you
She
want
went
me to
off.
talk for another hour?
so John Adams was being a petty little bitch last time I heard.
Yup. John Adams, Mike Braun, Donald Trump. Petty bitches who only care about their feelings and their money. Yeah. No, it's really, every time we have these conversations, because I understand, like I was watching, I think it was Senator Bray, talking about just like the dollars and cents argument. And it's like, yes, if you talk about the dollars and cents argument of wanting to fund infrastructure projects, I get it. I can also do basic math. I understand the money's not there.
Right.
But you have to step maybe just one step back and say, why is the money not there?
Right.
Why are the policies you are supporting falling on the backs of regular people? Because y'all talked about the increase of what truckers are going to pay. That's not coming
$85.
that's not coming out of their pocket. That's coming out of ours.
And I was thinking as we were going through that, like, why, the alternative is we need to let our congressional delegation know, hey, you need to fund infrastructure more. You don't have to go back too far to see who funded infrastructure. President Obama, President Biden. And a lot of shit got done. Yeah. Including in the city of Hammond, for example.
Yeah.
So, I mean, infrastructure is a good way to keep people working. It's to get wealth into people's pockets and keep, and things get done. But you're right. Infrastructure's been pulled back, but we're making more and more bombs. So there you go.
Yep. And you talked about the Dan Ryan being one of the unsafest stretches of road, and you talk about that just from a safety perspective. If you've ever like dove into the reports from engineers about our infrastructure around the country, it's really dangerous.
Scary.
Oh yeah, the bridges are horrible.
Bridges are terrible, and so when people get hurt, the blame never goes to the lack of preventative maintenance and investment.
Right.
That's never where the blame goes. And so it's really interesting to me how that marketing works, right? It's like we know that building a train overpass, for example, reduces injuries and casualties by X%. So put an overpass in. Oh, but we can't pay for that. Why? Because we got to make sure Jeff Bezos has
Make it a
another
toll
chunk of
road.
gold to sit
Then we
on.
can pay for it.
Make it a toll road and force regular people to pay for it who are already paying more for everything else, including the fees that trucking companies, transport companies will pass on to their customers, which is us.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So it trickles down, and it never trickles up. No, trickle down. Whatever. Trickle down was the lie from Reagan.
Yes, Reagan. Trickle down didn't work.
Never works. It never works. Not in any country that's tried it. It's never worked. Right. The only thing that trickles down are the fees, and we pay that. So vote accordingly.
Yes.
Everybody.
All right. Tell us about John. I mean, last time you gave us this great history lesson. So let's shift over to where you promised us. You gave us a little tease, and now you're going to give us the finale for the end of season 17 on our history lesson about why we don't have to be too afraid, because the Republic hopefully is strong enough to withstand all the pressures on it today.
Yeah. Now that I talked about I-70 for 20 minutes, I think I'm too hopeless now that I don't care anymore.
You don't care about Woodrow Wilson?
I don't care. Woodrow Wilson can go fuck himself. May he not rest in any kind of peace, white supremacist. So yeah, Adams, because of the Alien and Sedition Act, which Trump like dreams about.
Right.
Adams
it
was
basically
able to,
said that you can't criticize the president Adams because as soon as he left office, you could criticize the president again.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
And you could criticize the vice president, which was Jefferson when he was in office. You could criticize Congress, but you could not criticize, you could not criticize Congress. You could not. Yeah. So after Ben Franklin's grandson, who was Adams' first target, yellow fever got him before Adams could get him. So damn it, 1 point for yellow fever. But then he turned his ire to another journalist named Thomas Cooper, who wrote a really funny satirical piece where he, after the Alien and Sedition Acts were passed, Thomas Cooper wrote a satirical piece where he pretty much framed the president as a, power lustful king who wanted his own army, not an army for external armies, but an internal army for internal enemies.
Sounds familiar.
For domestic, sounds very familiar, right? And I think that John Adams totally just told on himself, because he got so pissed off. It never mentioned John Adams. It never mentioned the U.S. president. It just mentioned kind of like a figurehead who wants their own army to wield. And then Adams was like, hey, that's mean. That's about me. And it's like, well, dude, if you see yourself in that, you're telling on yourself. Like, I say that to Trump, like out loud to Trump, because, he hears my thoughts. But like, if you would stop throwing a fit about everything, people wouldn't think it's always about you. But because when you're so ego-driven and so fragile, John Adams and Donald Trump, you see everything about you, whether it is or it is not. So John Adams prosecuted Thomas Cooper, and Thomas Cooper knew that he was going to lose because the entire panel of judges that he was facing were people who helped write the Alien and Sedition.
Oh, wow.
Not good.
So he knew from the beginning that he was screwed, but he was also a lawyer. So he was a lawyer and a journalist and a publisher. So what he decided to do was use this as an opportunity to make his case in court and distribute it to the masses. And so in between Washington and Adams becoming president, in between that first switch between President 1 and President 2, the number of independent pamphlets or newspaper publications grew by like 600%. So like 80% of the country was getting a pamphlet in the mail of news directly to their mailbox. 80%.
That
crazy.
Was
very
up,
cool.
Yeah.
It's like podcasts.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought of. And independent
Precursor.
media that we see on YouTube and et cetera.
Yeah.
It's coming right to their home.
Right.
So Thomas Cooper recognized really what Adams did not was that power of the press.
Interesting.
And this is kind of our first example of a constitutional constituency being the press, being journalists. They are defined in the Constitution. And somebody like John Adams never would have imagined a time where that constituency could rise up against him because he really believed in the ultimate power of the presidency, which is a flaw in our Constitution, and it has been exploited several times. We're currently living a major exploitation of that power. But he never really imagined that the press he was demonizing, because they were specifically identified in the Constitution, they could be weaponized against him.
That's great. That's really
But Thomas
interesting.
Cooper, along with Vice President Thomas Jefferson, recognized that. They recognized all of these people are getting news directly to their homes. We're going to make this trial a spectacle. So Thomas Cooper, I think he represented himself, but he was an attorney. And so he gave these amazing speeches on the floor. He really challenged every witness. And then every day he was publishing an account of what happened in that trial that was going out to the masses.
And people were eating it up.
Eating it up. And Adams really never could have seen that was going to bite him in the ass because he thought he won. Thomas Cooper ultimately was convicted. He was fined $400 and he spent 6 months in prison for that satirical piece. Like
$400 back in 1770.
Yes.
Yeah, get that to $2,026.
10 grand.
Yeah, I was going to say at least.
A ton of money.
Right.
A ton of money.
John,
and 6 months in prison. So imagine a world where, an SNL sketch airs on Saturday night, and Monday morning the writers are being indicted for alien and sedition and spending months in prison. We know that that's another world that Trump dreams of.
Right.
But that's just the first example of many where this constitutional constituency of the press have come in clutch for the American people and have actually been the power that has checked the president and not the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has let us down in ways that the press has not consistently over time.
Because the Supreme Court's so slow. I mean, compared to the press is on it the next day. The Supreme Court's on it 4 years later.
Yep. And that's kind of where I come back to with all of these different examples. And we fast forward to Nixon, of course, again, the Pentagon Papers that were published that really let people know what was going on in Vietnam, what we knew, what we lied about, what we covered up. I'm watching the coverage of the Iran war now and thinking of the Vietnam follies. Remember the Pentagon follies? That was, what are they going to step to the microphone and lie to us about now? Because everybody in the press, knew that what they were being told was bullshit. And and there's a great story, I think I mentioned it last time, of a Nixon official tossing out a reporter from a briefing because you don't tell the story we want you to tell.
Right. Now that's
very
happening again.
Last night, I was listening to Trump yesterday. I was listening to CNBC, and one of CNBC's reporters asked him a question. He goes, "Who are you with?" And he's like, and he didn't say CNBC. He said, like, I guess he was working for another news service. And he's like, that's terrible. You're terrible. You're a terrible person. You ask terrible questions. I'm not going to. And he moved on. It's just like, what the fuck, man? Like,
I know this guy thinks he's emperor.
So, like, can I start doing that as mayor? Like, when people ask me questions, I'm like, oh, the Times,
I don't
you're
think
terrible. It's a terrible paper. You guys are terrible people, like.
You could, but Kevin, Lindsay, John, and I will form a constitutional constituency,
Thank you.
and we will check your ass.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy.
I was about to say, you do kind of do that with the Times, though.
No, I don't.
He doesn't not answer.
I just went to lunch the other day with somebody from the Times.
There you go.
Yeah.
Corinne, you said
still subscribers.
You said coverage of the Iran war, and this is one thing I've been thinking about a lot. I have never seen such little actual coverage of a war in my. Think about all the footage from, like, for example, like J6, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
endless footage. I see nothing on my feed. Nothing, no footage.
Bizarre.
What's going on over there?
Yep.
It is, to me, the most shocking thing about this is how little we're getting over here.
Interesting, John. I haven't thought about that, but you're right.
There is a censorship no one's talking about right now.
You see these like
100%.
weird. You see these like strange, like gray, like videos of like missiles hitting the same thing
with like green
over and over
squares
again.
over it.
Yeah.
And it's
and
like,
that's part, John mentioned the censorship. That has been a really significant shift in the policies, the content policies of various social media platforms. YouTube, for example, flags you if guns are shown. YouTube flags you if you talk too in depth about any crime that involves children. So not even against children, but if a child goes and robs a gas station, that's something that they don't want you to talk about. So you think about one of the first major actions that the United States took in Iran was bombing that school where at least over 100 kids died. That's not something that you are able to talk about freely on social media platforms without your content getting a trigger warning. And it's not just 18 plus, because when it flags you for 18 plus on variety of platforms, it suppresses your content greatly. So it's not like I'm filtering out and I'm just sending it to adults. It suppresses you really. So that, I mean, to John's point, we are seeing that across social media. They're being really, really careful about how people talk about violence, especially in a time where people are trying to talk about Epstein. So that's one of the reasons we're not seeing it.
And the platform, I hate to say it, that you would see a lot of alternative opinions on was TikTok. That's completely
it's
changed.
owned by Oracle now.
It's
Way
that
changed.
is gone. You don't see anything anymore.
I deleted my TikTok account because it's just, I don't use TikTok anymore because I could tell actively when they were transitioning to Oracle that my algorithm was
Without a doubt.
actively changing. I was seeing repeat videos from 2 weeks previous, and the things that I was normally seeing, like ice raids at the time, nothing.
Nothing.
It's screwed
and
up.
that's, I mean, I did a video the other day where I showed the same video because I still record in TikTok. Unfortunately, their editing platform is still the best. So I record in TikTok and then I post the same video everywhere. The same video where I was critical of Trump when he was, again, not answering questions about Iran, lying about Iran. And he's sitting at his desk holding it like he's a toddler waiting for snack time. I don't know if you saw that. He was like holding the edge of his desk in a really weird way that like he was going to tip over. But that video got 5,000 views on TikTok. 1 million on Instagram, 850,000 on Facebook.
That's crazy.
So-
And usually TikTok was always the one leading the charge, right? They always had the most views.
It
for
was
most
always
people,
most views.
That's so crazy.
That's kind of where we're seeing.
Interesting.
And so I'll leave you with a little bit of something that I think is hopeful.
Okay.
So that some people tell me I'm a real downer when I bring it up. But putting this in historical perspective, right? I think because us humans, we only live 80, 90 years or so. Our view of the world is very, very tiny when we look at the history, the timeline history. If you think about when Roe v. Wade was passed, for example, when the Supreme Court decided a right to an abortion, 1973, same year that the Heritage Foundation started, and the effort to overturn Roe v. Wade started that day. They got that victory in 2022. The vast majority of the people who started to work to overturn Roe were not alive anymore.
So 70 years later.
Yeah, 70 years later.
50,
so we can look.
No, it was 1954.
It's 50, 49 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant Roe when it got overturned.
Right.
70.
Roe was overturned 50 years later, almost 50 years later.
Oh, 50? I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Yeah, 73 to 2022.
73,
right?
my bad. I was thinking 50 something for some reason.
So 50 years. And that timeline of history is kind of how we have to think about resetting our democracy now.
I agree with you.
Are we willing to plant trees of democracy under which we will never sit?
Gotcha.
We will never enjoy the fruit in the shade.
We need a
That's-
constitutional convention.
We need a constitutional constituency like the press, and I think the independent press. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we just got to get through this. We got to get through this challenge. So,
and we have to
Corinne.
be willing to accept that it may not be "quote unquote" fixed or whatever we believe our version of fixed is in our lifetime. And if we accept that and say, I have accepted the fact maybe a federal right to abortion will never happen again in my lifetime. I have accepted that, and that will not change what I do tomorrow. So if that is the commitment that we make, we will leave a better world for the people that come after us.
We need a constitutional convention.
Corinne Straight.
Let's do it. I'm
Straight
starting
Talk.
the petition.
All right. Thanks, Corinne.
This
Thanks
has been
for
great. Thank you for the season.
Tuesdays, giving us your Tuesdays during season 17. We'll see you again Tuesday in season 18.
I can't wait. Looking forward to it, everybody. Thanks
Enjoy
for
your
having
time
me.
off.
Pod.
See you in a
So
couple
fun.
weeks.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks, Corinne.
Bye, Corinne.
There's Corinne.
Bye.
All right. All right. That was great.
That was awesome. Thank you to Corinne for the season. It was fun.
It's awesome. And looking forward to bringing her back on Tuesdays next season.
She brings definitely a spirited and kind of like different viewpoint.
I like it. I'm like, do you have any thoughts on I-70? She's like, yeah. So let's go ahead and do some ads. When we come back, we got a couple couple knickknacks we're going to knock off.
Yes.
Tic Tacs and knickknacks, and we'll say goodbye to Lindsay and call it a season. So
Beautiful.
Let's start off with MCR Partners, your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their website at mcrpartnersllc.com for tailored assistance. Don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 40-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Balsenberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia. ¡Yeah! de todo corazón.
The branding room floor. Hiring a full-time marketing manager is costly, but what if you don't need to? At the branding room floor, we are your marketing department, providing marketing strategy, creative design, web development, full brand management, and more, all for the less than the cost of a single employee. We are the region's award-winning full-service marketing agency, partnering with businesses and organizations that want complete marketing department results without the overhead. Stop doing it yourself or delegating to unqualified employees. Get the support, expertise, and partnership of a full marketing team with The Branding Room Floor. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com to get started today.
Cantrell and Cantrell Attorneys at Law. Are you in trouble or are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who is in the court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife Kristen make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
That was Lindsay's last read.
Wow, until season 18 with a baby.
Okay.
Season 19. We'll give her one season.
Oh my gosh.
I think she's coming back.
I will
next year.
not. I probably won't even
Next
have my
season.
kid by the time the next season starts up.
Well, it's going to be big enough. Then in that case, you're going to be here.
You
I'm
would be
going to be
massive.
so
Yeah, right?
full of
You better crank that
child.
kid
There's
out.
no baby. You're coming in.
Yeah, man. Season 18.
We're back on the 28th.
Lindsay will be
Yes.
in season 18. Like,
That's the day that
suck it up. We're in the middle of an episode.
Brian, it came to him in a dream. He thinks that
A fever
April
dream.
28th is going to be the day.
Oh, so that means you might be on the air and your water might break.
gross. No.
420. Go for it. Just crank it out
That'd
a
be
little
too early.
Yeah.
420.
Yeah.
All right.
let's
What's the due date? May 5th?
May 1st.
May 1st. Okay.
May,
So
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
that would be
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
That would be Lindsay all day long.
Do you have a pick? Like, do you
Two
have a
months, May
feeling
4th.
for when
For
you?
a day?
Yeah.
I think he probably is going to be a little bit earlier than normal.
So
but,
Brian might be
but
right.
barely. Yeah.
All right. 28th.
Okay. We're going to cover a couple topics that are trending right now, like TSA lines, for instance. You know,
Boy.
I got a flight in a couple weeks. So I'm a little
so
worried. I see these lines, and that to me is hell. Like waiting in an airport, I'd rather walk where I'm going.
So
walk.
February
Right.
18th is the last day that TSA got paid. 3
Holy
paychecks.
moly. Look
3
at
paychecks.
that.
Think about
I'd
just
quit.
think about like
Well, Donald
anybody
Trump doesn't-
working.
I
3
know.
paychecks
Donald Trump's like, what? You don't have an emergency $1 million stash?
because you're TSA agents.
No,
He has-
but we got $98 million to spend on lobster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Pete
He
saw
like,
that.
Let them eat lobster.
There even was a rumor that Senator Thune brought, the leader of the Senate on the Republican side, and it brought to the president over the weekend a deal where Senate Democrats, Senate Republicans had reached a deal where everything was going to be funded. TSA folks were going to get their paychecks. Here we go. Everything but ICE was going to get funded. And guess what happened? Trump said no.
Really?
And
I read it
guess-
in the Wall Street Journal this morning. That was going down.
I hope he reversed course because
Yeah, in the
it's
Wall
just-
Street Journal today, it said that they're working towards a solution that
I hope
funds
that's true.
everything except for ICE.
Good. I hope that goes through. I just wonder if
is
Trump will
digging
give
his
into that.
heels in. He says
but
he's
like-
not passing anything until they pass the
But like,
Secret Act.
okay, so in the meantime, we all suffer. Like, honestly, I get so pissed off at the Trumpers when I see these airports. It's just like,
And then they're
it's a
pissed off.
This is one person that's causing all this chaos.
Yes.
It's like you can't even fucking fly where you want to go without going through hours of waiting. It's like, this is because of Donald Trump and
Yes.
his little temper tantrum.
Correct.
And it's like, all you people that voted for this clown, it's like our country's a fucking clown show right
I
now.
cannot believe that you look at these pictures and you're like, I'm going to continue to go on vacation.
And TSA, I mean, think about the TSA people, the workers.
Yeah.
They're actually going to, I credit the people. I mean, I'm not critical of the people who had to quit because they had to go, they have to go feed their families.
Or like, I'm just taking shifts at McDonald's because I got to put something on the table.
Yes.
I'm the breadwinner.
Yes.
I don't work for free.
Right.
Period.
That goes to what Corinne was saying. Welcome to America. This is America now. Like on the backs of the workers. I mean,
and like, why is it that, see, like, it's a fucking clown show in D.C. Listen, all you guys that are in D.C. right now are a bunch of fucking clowns. I hate to say it. I don't care what letter is behind your name either.
Get
You're a
something
clown
done.
show. Like, it's like every fucking 2 months, something's shutting down in the federal government.
And it's
guys,
almo-
this is not normal. I grew up my whole freaking life, and I didn't see the federal government shut down. Now it's like every 2 months, the federal government shuts down.
it's been
right?
used as a weapon by both sides.
It's a
joke.
freaking clown show. You are all clowns. Every single one of you.
Every problem that everyone has listening to this show, it could be traced back to politicians at this point.
Yeah.
Long
I don't care
lines
who
at the
they are.
airport, gas prices,
Yes.
everything sucks. Roads, everything sucks because of politicians.
I agree.
But it seems like
but
the only
you say
way that we-
politicians.
No,
I feel like I get looped in with
Tom,
that.
I'm not.
I know.
I'm saying DC.
DC,
like what you
okay.
just said.
Federal
Yeah.
politicians.
Yes.
Well,
Because
and-
they're clowns.
And I got to say, a lot of it falls on the administration currently. Is that like the Iran
Kevin,
war?
it's not just on them. The
I-
fucking Democrats
Oh,
are
it
just
is.
as
But
clowns.
I mean,
No,
you're
Trump is
saying the
just as
Iran
much-
war is on the
anything.
Democrats?
Oh, no, I'm not saying Iran
effing
war.
way.
No.
I'm
no
saying
way.
I'm saying the clown show in DC is not just Donald Trump. It's the whole fucking group of them.
Fair enough, but I'm saying that there are some instances where it is not. I'm just going. I mean, the Iran war is not the Democrats. I'm sorry.
Why?
It's not? Because
There's
they
things
didn't
about the
decide-
Iran war that are positive. There's things about it that are positive. Like if Iran gets a nuclear weapon, that's not good for anybody.
I thought that Trump's mentioned that he got rid of their nuclear
But he didn't.
capability
But he
last
didn't.
year.
But he didn't. But he didn't. He didn't. And like
I think he
that's
did.
it. Honest to God, there's certain regimes that should not have nuclear weapons, and I tell you, we're gonna have to deal with North Korea because they already have one. Right?
I think he did get rid of their nuclear capabilities, using it as a problem.
But
This reminds me of weapons of mass destruction.
But you don't know that, and I don't know that. None of us know that.
Okay.
It's true.
But
Yeah,
okay,
you're right.
let's say they didn't. Then don't say that you did
Right.
get rid of
I mean,
them.
like,
did say that.
That's
yes.
the problem
He
with
did
this
say
whole
that.
thing.
He did say that.
The Strait of Hormuz is closed because of
We
the
don't
Iran
need
war.
the Strait, but we do need you to come keep it open, other countries. And we're actually, if you don't open it, we're going to bomb your power plant. Dude,
Which is a war crime.
this is a freaking joke, man.
It just
Dude,
isn't well thought out. And
the
blaming
Strait of
Biden
Hormuz-
for the no weapon.
That's the stuff that drives me up the freaking wall, man. It's like when you say Biden and you've been in charge of
Agreed.
of Washington D.C., fully in charge, by the way. You got every branch of government in Washington D.C., and you're still talking about that old man Joe Biden.
like,
That
take
just
some
shows how
responsibility.
fucking weak you are.
Agree.
Honestly, that's so ridiculous. Like there was a certain point, and believe me, I was tempted when I first took over as mayor. I could see this because when I first took over as mayor, I thought I inherited a mess. Okay, now there's probably other people that feel differently, but that's the way I felt, right? So I got in there, and I was tempted to be like, well, the last guy did this. Like you can't blame me. I'm walking into this mess, right? But at a certain point, you got to stop saying that shit because you're in charge. You should be able to fix it within a year or so.
Agreed.
A couple of years, but like, how long are you going to talk about that guy? You going to do that the whole term?
It just looks so like I don't know. Thank you. That's exactly the word that I was looking for. So weak to blame somebody that was in office 2 years ago. Whatever.
So anyway, TSA, don't travel anywhere.
And by the way, ICE. Okay, so this is hilarious, and you don't have to play the audio, John. But like this was a story yesterday, and there's Trump said I'm going to put ICE in to the airports, which now he's done.
Yeah,
they're doing nothing.
I know
They're
just
not
like, what the
trained
fuck
on
are we doing
X-rays.
here? What are we doing here?
There's a video of them here, like what are they doing? They're standing around.
I'd be hanging out at the Cinnabon.
So yeah, they actually there's a great video here on NBC. They showed him outside helping a lady in a wheelchair.
Good.
Helping her out. They're doing nothing to decrease lines. And here's what I think happened. Why is ICE here? Basically, one, they hire all these new ICE officers. Two, the surge plan doesn't work because they're arresting moms and killing Americans. Three, they pull back the surge. Now they've got all these ICE agents sitting around doing nothing. Go to the airports. Find something to do.
I saw this clip of Trump. The reporter goes, who thought of putting ICE agents in airports? And he goes, that was my idea. He goes, I kind of like to think about it, the guy who invented the paperclip. He just thought of it one day. It was such a great idea. That was me. I thought about putting ICE in airports. I'm like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
Because what are they going to do? Why, they can't be trained like overnight. You know?
What blows my mind is that we have the FIFA World Cup coming this year, and then we have in 2 years we're going to have the Olympics, and our airports aren't exactly friendly to foreigners right now. That just seems kind of like a mess waiting to happen.
Welcome to America. Here's the ICE agents.
Oh, you have a typo on your passport. We're going to tackle you. It's going to be exhausting.
I hate to tell you, but even when the airports are running normally, they still freaking suck.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys have been to airports in other countries. Ours are just they're a mess. It's just a joke.
We got a couple other quick ones here. We could skip the we're getting kind of late. I don't want to go too long, but I want to do a couple follow-ups here. Kristi Noem, we talked about that crazy horse commercial that she did. Here's just some of the costs associated with the commercial.
How is this, dude? There is something so wrong about these numbers. For example, $20,000 to rent a horse.
$20,000 for horse rental. And by the way, the Strategy Group company, that was that company that is associated with her governor's race in South Dakota. So $107,000 to labor costs, $60,000 to a signing bonus to the Strategy Group.
What does
I don't
that
even know what
mean?
that is. Congratulations, you became a company 11 days ago. Now
Here's
you get
60
the 60 grand. Videography, $52,000. That sounds like something John gets to shoot a
exactly.
commercial. $3,800 in hair and makeup. This is funny. $500 to a magic studio in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and $41,000 in other vendors. So $300,000 just for that commercial.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, and that was just one commercial.
$700 to look the same as she always does.
Yeah.
And by the way, like we shot commercials for my campaign for U.S. Senate. We would do them for like $10,000.
But you didn't have horses.
No, but still, like I mean, just to give you a perspective, though,
I
you know, the $300,000 if the federal government does it, and obviously theirs is a lot nicer. Okay, mine was $10,000.
I think it was adequate. I think yours was
amazing.
good.
Yours were amazing.
Yeah.
I know. I thought they were great. Of course, I was high in that commercial. I can't really remember too much.
Not all of them.
But
that
this
one
is
was. That one I was.
this is bloated. Like somebody is.
It's federal government spending.
$60,000 signing bonus.
Right.
Like what?
Well, also, weren't there a lot of questions into the strategy group, like this, like bonus,
Yes.
and they were like didn't exist until a week previous,
Yes.
and
Yes. And it was
Yeah.
founded by people that were involved in her gubernatorial
yeah, just
campaign.
buddies of hers.
Here's Kid Rock pissed off at the world. I want to see how threatened
Oh
we all
shit!
feel.
Did you put this in the note?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you miss it? Okay, sorry.
I gotta find
All
it.
right.
Just give me a minute.
All right. So
I'm sure if you Google Kid Rock in the last 24 hours,
there it
you'll
is.
find
Kid
a
Rock
bunch.
is mad.
There
It's
it
just
is. All right.
cover your ears if kids are in the car.
Now what? What is this? What
I
prompted
don't know.
him to post
I
this?
had no idea.
Okay. He's on a boat.
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
Like, what?
Why?
It's a
He's such a-
pontoon boat.
He's a little
And it
putz.
Why?
I would like, let's go, skinny boy. Like you,
White
freaking-
boy of the year is what his
fucking
hat says.
heroin chic motherfucker. Like he's
hat
so
says
like
white boy
skinny
of
and
the
weak.
That's
The only
not
thing
white
about
boy chic.
He is
or
white-
The
he said
heroin chic.
heroin
Yeah.
chic, I said.
Let's
No.
play that
He's
again,
just like
John.
a skinny
not
little
pretty
dweeb.
enough.
You're a fucking little dweeb. I'd
So
love to see
bizarre.
What prompted him to?
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
Ooh.
I'm so scared, Kid Rock. You freaking loser.
He must be looking for a future pardon.
I
think
take
that's the only thing that's going on here.
What a jag off.
And then this was just something funny I saw because we talked a little bit about like just how the world's changing and things are going to go more automatic, like self-driving cars. This was a video that's posted yesterday outside somebody's apartment in Chicago of a robot that had somehow crashed through the glass at a bus stop. So this was just kind of funny. If you can see it, it's great. You can look it up on YouTube. But like it's
shaking itself off.
It's shaking the glass off of its. So anyway,
Hopefully here's your sandwich.
don't cut yourself.
Yeah, right. It's
It opens up. All the
Yeah,
glass falls into
falls
the
out.
delivery box.
Dude,
That was
whatever
Chicago?
they made those tires out of, I want them on my car.
Yeah, there you go.
no
Well, we
kidding.
don't know if it kept going, Linz. That was just temporary.
Yeah.
And then finally, you want to, John, this is great. This was a great clip that you posted. Why don't you, well, maybe Tom should finish this out, and then we'll go to the clip.
Finish what? Oh, yeah.
Promo for next season.
Yeah. We're going to be back. I know, I don't remember the date right off the top. Do you?
28th, I believe.
April 28th. It's a Tuesday show?
It is.
So we're coming back on a Tuesday show. We'll be rolling in with Corinne again for our first show of season 18. Obviously, we're going to be following that season all the way through Festival of Lakes. So, and we plan it out so we always have 24, 25 episodes in each season. So, it gives us a few weeks to get our feet back on the ground. This is hard to do. I appreciate Kevin hosting us here. I appreciate Kevin's work, helping me put the shows together, Jay Vez, and all the production and the clips that you do. Lindsay, we appreciate everything
Lindsay
you've
for
done.
sitting there making
You've done a great
comments.
job. You've been in here for 17 seasons with us. We appreciate
Love
it.
it, Linz.
And Jill, also appreciate you very much, Jill, coming in here on Fridays. And then, of course, Corinne, the new addition to our team. We love Corinne and love that whole segment. It's just a great, and of course, we couldn't do it without you guys.
And Kyle the intern.
Kyle the intern.
Yes, thank you, Kyle. And
Thank
Steve.
you, Kyle the intern. Steve, what you do.
Well, we could do it without Steve.
No,
I'm kidding.
No,
Steve's
we
great.
couldn't.
It's the only
Steve's great.
paid the only
I'm
paid
like,
person here at
I
Left
think
of
I
Center.
appreciate Steve more than anybody because I know like the stuff he's
Fuck
doing
you,
to
dude.
keep us on the air. No, seriously, Steve does a lot of shit to keep us on the air, and I appreciate it. Like stuff that would fall on me probably if it wasn't for Steve. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate the audience, and it's been fun. 17 seasons. We're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna be -1 next season, but
We're plus one.
yeah.
Oh,
Lindsay's baby.
Okay.
Plus
I'm
one.
not going to be here, guys.
Thanks, Linz. We're gonna miss you on here. So appreciate you doing this.
Miss you guys
You know,
too. I'll see you guys next week.
She is like thumbs up in podcasting.
I've-
You're supposed to use your voice.
I've gotten to the part of pregnancy where I'm not sleeping at all, so I'm just like so zoned out right now.
Cool.
You
Anyway,
didn't get my best today. I'm sorry,
luck,
guys.
Linz.
Thank you.
all right. Thanks, everybody. That's the way Lindsay signs out. You didn't get my best.
Hey, man.
Remember the notorious LMP?
This is the
We
peak.
did not
It's
get
all
her
downhill
best.
from
That's
here,
how
bro.
we see it. It's all downhill. You didn't get my best.
Season
You know,
17's
my,
out.
my next 17 seasons are going to be much better than the last 17. So, thanks, Linz.
You're welcome.
Miss you. And thanks, everybody. We're going to sign off with a funny clip of season 17 shenanigans. So take care, everybody. We appreciate you. Lockpod's out.
Oh, wait. Joe, you got a gift for Mayor. Let's see this. We forgot to give it. Let's do this.
What's the purpose?
I think it's just a
Oh
my
God!
God.
Oh my God!
Right on Lockpod.
Yeah.
With a record number of viewers.
Hi, everybody.
Great pass, Jill. Where did that go?
On my genitals.
Now he's crying.
Yeah.
For the record, I handed this to Kevin to give him earlier.
And then I went
And he
like
was
this,
like,
and you passed
No,
it to
throw
Tom.
it. He said throw it at him later.
It's awesome. I love it.
You know it's live podcasting when this happens.
We're live, baby. Everyone's saying goodbye to Jill in chat.
Right now, goodbye, Jill.
It's been fun, Jill.
It's a
Great.
Never
good
get rid
run.
of
It was
me.
a good run, Jill.